Hello, love. Welcome to the Shy Love Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. This is the founder, owner, and host of Shy Love, Melanie Hogan. The Shy Love Radio Show is an all-inclusive platform to converse about love, life, overcoming obstacles, and elevation. These journeys are a process, and you are not alone. We are located in Chicago, Illinois. I hope all is well with you as we tune in today and talk about Fat Joe and how he disrespected Vita and Lil Mo at the versus battle between he and Ja Rule. Everything's going fine. The crowd is hype. The performances are hitting. Okay? The public gets excited when there's an announcement of a versus battle. They started these versus battles due to COVID because we all had to, basically be in a house and social distance and so forth. So in honor of finding a way or making one, they decided to televise and live stream the performances between the artists. And a lot of the artists are classic artists. I haven't seen anything like, none of these little youngins that we seen. The youngins that I did see was like Bow Wow and Soulja Boy, and they vets up in this. So, okay, everybody excited, everybody ready, everybody hyped, everybody going. Now, Fat Joe admitted that he and Ja Rule spoke prior to performing, and they both agreed that they needed to hype it up. They wanted to make their show number one, have the biggest ratings, and so forth. Now, that's totally understandable, especially with two men who have winning mentalities, okay? So, Ja Rule throws a little jab. And he told Fat Joe that he had to bring out Remy to save them. Fat Joe takes out a machete. He says, and where do you find them dusty bitches? You had to go to a crack house to find them dusty bitches. Like, WCF? That was extreme. Ja Rule actually gave Remy props. He actually empowered her by saying that she had to come out to save the men. That was actually a compliment. That he had a woman on his team strong enough to come out and represent where he felt like the men was weak at. And what does Fat Joe do? Now they dusty bitches. They had to go to a crack house. He had to go to a crack house to find them. Like, wow. Okay? Wow. Wow. Now, Fat Joe did apologize via Twitter. He did say that he apologized to the ladies. He, called them. He DM'd them. He tweeted. He took different measures to try to get it across to them that he was in fact sorry. Nevertheless, of course, everybody is talking about it. So Lil Mo goes to social media and she says that the little apology that he gave originally through Twitter was not genuine. And why would she feel like it's not genuine? Because he said, very sorry if I disrespected. If, there is no if. There is no if. You did disrespect them. Hold yourself accountable and take out the if. Hold your balls, take out the if, and hold yourself accountable. I'm very sorry that I disrespected you all. So he goes on to say that he's so very sorry. Women are queens, especially the black women. He loves black women. We're his queens, okay? Vita, who was relatively quiet about it, she chimed in. She said that in addition to an apology, a sincere apology, he needs to give them some Birkin bags like he gave Ashanti and Remy. So Fat Joe takes to his podcast, where he can tell his side of the story and, control everything. So he does say that, he is sincerely apologetic. And then he goes on to tell us, to basically like describe his background, give us a little more insight into who he is as a person, especially when he in something like a battle or it's time to represent for the culture of hip hop. And we all know that hip hop does not necessarily represent rainbows and marshmallows, okay? So he went on to give that insight so that we can have more of an understanding of where he was mentally during that time. And that is understandable because a lot of times people do go into character and everybody can't pop right out, or everybody they're not like really totally aware of what the consequences of their words and their actions while they're in this character, okay? Nevertheless, it does not negate from the fact that you was telling Ja Rule that you love him. He was telling you that he loved you. You're constantly repeating and saying that you love these women, that they're your artist sisters, that you love all of us queens and so forth. And yet, these are the words that come out your mouth when you're in character. And he says that it's wartime. It's a battle. So you can look up any type of battle on YouTube or something and find that they're not like, okay, I'm gonna poke you, you poke me back. I'm gonna poke you, you poke me back. They knocking you out. Whether it's by word, a song, or whatever, it's a battle. So he's saying he gotta prepare because Ja Rule is the GOAT in the game. And much love and respect to both of them because everybody in the game is doing their thing. You watch the videos and listen to the songs and you like, that sound like it's fun. But it's a lot behind this for them to get it to where we're listening to it and enjoying it and willing to spend our money on it. Behind the scenes is far more detailed than a lot of people realize. So much respect for that. But to deflect from why you even had to do the podcast, which was ultimately because the internet was telling you a new asshole for disrespecting these women. And then not only that, it's not like it was a black man disrespecting a black woman or black women, which that would be horrible as well. But now you set it up to where race got thrown into it. And now this is a Hispanic man disrespecting black women. Yet again, a man disrespecting black women. During these times, we have to be more culturally sensitive. And I know that it was a battle. I understand that it was wartime in his mind. He went into character. He reverted back to that his 19-year-old self. He used to beat his chest and I'm talking about get it. He wanted to win. He got a winner's mindset. He gonna do whatever is necessary. That's dangerous though. That's dangerous. Look at what you have torn up, dented, destroyed, tore down on your way to your win. How many casualties has to be counted up in order for you to get your win? It's more than one way to skin a cat. And everybody is so creative. People are intelligent, young guys. Go deep inside yourself to find a way to still accomplish your goal without having to unnecessarily tear down somebody else. Unnecessarily. Lil Mo is a mother. People have families, other lives and stuff, and people commenting about that type of stuff. But you wasn't thinking at that time. You paid more of a homage to Ja Rule and your sincere love for him and y'all brotherhood. And 100 being, you hold yours down. But this should have been a us situation. Just like he said that they came to him originally to do a versus, and he said that he is the one who picked Ja Rule and those ladies to come aboard so that they could shine and so that everybody could walk away with a bag. So okay, the initial intent was wonderful, but then it's like you put a smile on their faces and then took it away. Why present them with an opportunity like that only to make the experience, very disheartening? Not only for them, but for the audience who had to hear that crap. You said that you love this man. You said that you love these women. Even in battle, people who love each other battle all the time, have disagreements. But you got to understand, battling with somebody that you don't love and battling with somebody that you do love, that's two different ways. It's two different methods. Because when you battle with somebody that you do love, you keep a certain level of respect there. Because although I feel like I feel right now, I know that I love you and I still want you around. And I don't want to have to have you forgive me because I done hurt you. Because I done went too far. In fact, your little self went too far. And it's like at this point, it is what it is type of situation. I feel like you should get those Birkin bags that Vita requested. You gave the apology. You gave it time on your own platform to discuss it. I don't feel like I don't know what else he could have really said outside of trying to make the apology sound sincere. But a majority of the time was more so with him giving us more insight into who he is as a person and his upbringing and his upbringing in his hip hop culture, and how when it's time to represent, it's time to go. You know what I'm talking about? It's time to do it. Slay. And that is understandable. But in this case, you and Ja Rule, you admitted that you and Ja Rule both said that you all was just going to amp it up and then take digs at each other, and then in the end you were going to have a kumbaya moment. There was no kumbaya moment in the end. So although the ratings were sky high, and I think at the time I saw it was like 1.9 million views. But yeah, 1.9 million views. So okay, you got the ratings up, you got everybody talking about it, but it's like, why is everybody talking about it? People mentioned the performances and say how everybody did a great job, but that's not The real conversation is about the disrespect. That was not the purpose of the versus battle. You had one job. You said you was in your bag. You said you in character. Okay. But at the same time, you know that you don't have to still look these people in the face. The same people that you say you love and call sister and call queen. And I think that if the shoe was on the other foot and if Ja Rule had called Remy a dusty bitch, I think they would have been rolling around on the stage. I don't think Fat Joe would have played that player like and been like, but this, apologize and who off the bim with the ladies and stuff. I don't think Fat Joe would have even had enough self-control to play it like that to make his point but still keep it cool. And speaking of Remy, when Lil Mo got on social media and was saying she wanted the genuine apology and so forth and saying she not dusty and so forth, here come Remy saying, first of all, we all know that first of all mean you finna check somebody. You finna say something that's slightly disrespectful. You finna say something. We all know that a first of all. There's a certain tone that comes with that phrase. First of all, stop it. Hold up. You have to understand that the way that you give the message can make or break the situation. She could have said, love Lil Mo, hugs Lil Mo. I'm sorry that you feel, that you heard about what he said. You know what I'm saying? And it's like she was trying to take up for Lil Mo, and it wasn't like a direct attack because we know when Remy got something to say, she finna flat out. And if she ain't know, if you from the other side to her, that's gonna be made plain and simple. So I think she was trying to stick up for Fat Joe, but not really come across as attacking her. But that's actually how we still ended up coming across. Because your ass said, first of all, amongst females, when we hear first of all, stop it. Hold on. You out of order. And did Lil Mo receive her little thing where she telling her how she know her personally, she can call her, not take to social media. She, know Fat Joe personally. He not even that type to be trying to hurt nobody. And it's like the rest of your message was coming across like you was trying to help them work it out. But the way that you came in, that's what fucked it up. And then hashtag, street code ain't on social media. She already feeling anxious. She's already feeling anxiety. You know what I'm saying? She's already got him pissed off about what this man said about her. And then you come in and this the way that you come in to help make the situation better? No. Lil Mo told her, fuck out of here. You can't tell me how to feel. The internet agreed with Lil Mo. Because how would you feel when people speak on stuff and how a person should respond and so forth, so forth? You do have to ask yourself just for a moment, how would I feel or how do I think that I would respond if somebody did something like that to me? You turning up more than likely, unless you're on that Michelle Obama, they go low, we go high. Okay? So, No, you can't tell somebody how to feel about something that happened to them. It don't matter if you think it was small or not. Obviously, it affects them in the way that it does, and that shit needs to be respected and fixed. Child, you got stuff going like on like this in the professional world, and we wonder why the streets are just a mess. You wonder why the streets are a mess, especially when these kids not doing nothing but using the strategies that they are seeing and listening to, and then they add their own sauce to it to amplify it. And yet everybody wants to shake their head. Where does the youth get it from? How about these old heads? How about these old heads? This situation could have been dealt with better. It could have been dealt with better. I remember watching Jeezy and Gucci Mane, and they had some real life beef going on, okay? Like serious. And Gucci even tried to take it there and bring up some stuff even after they said that, everything squashed, everything cool. Ruffle his feathers. And that's something that's a war tactic, mental warfare. I'ma say shit to take you off your game. And Fat Joe did say that it was part of a trap to get him off his doggone game. Because he knew that Ja Rule was coming hard and he was coming strong. And he said Ja walked into the trap. So objectively speaking, you did accomplish your goal in having him walk into that trap. But look at all the shit that then came after it, after the fact. Now it's time to poopity scoop and clean this shit up. Because everybody watching and everybody listening. And people want to see if this is going to go even, further. They want to see if it's going to be another war now. Is that necessary? Is that the only way for you all to succeed, to tear each other down? Somebody need to change the rules, sweetheart. It was not supposed to turn into a war in real life. Fat Joe, your little self said that at the end of the day, you chose them to come on. You wanted them to shine and to get the bag as well as your side. And the intent was awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. But you end up fucking up your own plan by taking it too far. So hopefully, this can be a preventive measure for those to come. When you are saying that you love somebody, and the United States, the world is real big on competition. But shouldn't it be a healthy competition? A healthy competition. There should be a positive correlation between the words that you say and your behavior. If you are telling somebody that you love them, you acknowledge them as queen, you go as far as to acknowledge them as family, to call them sister. And then you turn around and publicly degrade them like that. Did your mama hear you publicly degrade these women like that? I know you know better. I know you know better. And it's some weirdness. It really seems as though there's some type of hatred or something between men and women. I personally am not going to, first of all, I don't walk around looking down on people, but if it's a situation where the chemistry is just not there and I feel like, well, however, I'm not going to have that person in my presence like that. I'm not going to, I feel like that'd be wasting my time. That would be wasting my time. Why would you waste your time if you have such a negative view of men or of women? Why would you waste your time having them around? Why would you waste your time keeping them in your energy? What is that saying about your true mental state? As I always say, we all need healing. Everybody on different levels. Even if you got the status and the money, there are still things within you that you need to address. There are situations that you need to still heal from. You need to realize why you moving like you moving. Status and money does not overpower good character. Good character would definitely take you further. Y'all help set this up to where motherfuckers backdooring each other, just viciously tearing each other down, all in the name of the bag and that title. I could see if this was war, and this was real enemy line stuff, then all I want to hear is it is done. But in this case, that was not the situation. This situation was supposed to end in a kumbaya moment of respect and love between both camps. And instead, two very talented, beautiful women were publicly disrespected and given an insincere apology. And then while Remy was hollering at Limo on social media, she said that nobody, when he was talking, that everybody was backstage and they didn't know who was backstage. How you say that when you went on to freaking say that Lil Joe saw her and gave her mad love as usual? So how in the hell y'all ain't know who was backstage? You knew who camp she was with. It's like you chopped yourself up on that one. When what you should have said was, bro, you was dead ass wrong. I still love you. I'm still here, but you was dead ass wrong. What you should have did on some woman to woman was say, sis, hugs to you. You understand me? You didn't have to go against Joe and say, yeah, he bogus, he whoop the bam. Sis, hugs to y'all. And show some type of comfort and compassion coming from the opposition. Because it was uncalled for. It was unnecessary. This was not a roasting situation here. This was a battle of hit songs. And I'm going to get ready to hit the end button. I hope all is well with you all. I love you. I'm not going to give up on you. We can do anything we set our mind to. Join me next time for our next episode on the Shy Love Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. Hugs, love.